Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, have you ever considered a career as a travel agent? We'll be talking to a leading national expert next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, obviously during COVID, there was a slump in the travel industry, but it is coming back with a vengeance. To talk about that, a national thought leader, Lori Speers with Levarte Travel.
Hi, thank you just so much.
We first have to talk about the name of your company because I love it. Okay, Levarte, where does that come from?
Yes, Levarte is e-travel spelled backwards. So you can never forget how to spell it. And we just came up with that. Actually, my son came up with it, and I loved it right from the start.
And let's understand your company because people don't call you and you don't book a cruise for them, but you really help travel agents become better at their job and recruit people into a career as a travel agent.
Yes, we do. Let me tell you a little about Levarte. First of all, Levarte also means to lift up. So we lift up people in their career in travel. But 40 years ago, and I hate to say 40 years ago when I started in travel, you went to travel school. Now there aren't travel schools. So you want to join a host travel agency. And that's what Levarte is. We're a host agency, and we take people that are already in the business and lift them to be the best they could be. And new people just getting into travel. They want to make travel as their career. Then we train you on demand, online training, beginning to end, all the way through. You are the best travel agent you could be. And it's so much fun. Travel is such a fun industry. I mean, yes, we get to travel at a discounted rate, but we're dream makers. We get to make people's dreams come true because we book their great trips.
I love it. We've got some video here. I mean, tell us about the industry as a whole. I mean, the pent-up demand is real, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's called revenge travel, and it's true. It's real. It's a real thing. There is such a thing called revenge travel, and everyone was just tired of being stuck in the house, not being able to travel. And they saved some extra money, some did, and now we can't get it booked fast enough. There's actually a new thing in the travel agency world right now, is there's a lot of help because we're so stressed out because we're getting so much business. And that's where I think Levarte comes in handy because you can learn this, you can work from home. That's the new trend with travel as well, working from home and having a good host agency that gives you the training, support, and the culture for your growth in your own travel business. This is another thing, Jeff, you come to us, but you have your own travel business. You get your own travel agency name. You just use our credentials to build and sell travel. However, you get to have your own business for a small fee. You're in business for yourself and in the best business you could be in, which is travel.
I think it makes all the sense in the world. I know there are other professions that allow that flexibility, but to travel with your family as a perk of your business, it just flexible hours, really you can kind of set your own hours, can't you?
Absolutely set your own hours. You also do get to travel with your family. That's the fun part. I mean, also putting together groups. Maybe there's a group of friends you all like to travel. Well, when you are an advisor, we call it travel agent or travel advisor. The new trend is travel advisor. But when you're an advisor, you get a group of people together, and sometimes your cabin on a cruise or room could be free.
Wow.
And you're also making money doing it. And you get to travel with your friends. 3 good groups a year, and you're going to make a really good profit.
Well, I remember some 30 years ago when, some of the websites started to pop up, everybody was saying, that's it, the travel agent will be a thing of the past. That never came to pass, and if anything, I think it's hotter than ever.
Well, if anything was learned during the pandemic, is hopefully you had a good travel agent to book your trips, because the online booking engines weren't going to assist you, weren't going to help you, didn't know all the things we need to know now.
Yes.
Do you have to get tested before? Do you have to get tested to come home? What are the policies and what are the protocols at this particular resort or cruise line?
Right.
So absolutely, we're more in demand than we've ever been. And yeah, I remember when that happened too, and that did not make us go away.
All right, so she really is a national thought leader. We've got a picture of you, and you are testifying there at the state capitol. Tell us about that.
I was really into it too, in that picture. Yes, that was cruise lines when they ported in Galveston, and only Galveston, Texas, and this is in front of the Texas Senate, they were getting taxed on any liquor that you bought in their gift shops. And they really wanted us to not do that. They wanted the agency community there, along with CLIA, the Cruise Line International Association that helps advocacy for travel agencies. And we were there testifying and giving them the reasons why that would stop business out of Galveston and make a cruiser maybe go out of the Florida state instead of our state in Texas. So,
were you nervous?
A little bit, yeah. There was a lot of legal stuff to that, not my usual conversation.
Well, let's talk about her usual conversation, because she is very prolific on social media, and one of the things that you do is you do these tips. Talk about your tip videos.
I do travel tips. Every Tuesday, I do travel tips, and we just give you little tips that you might want to know if you have a travel business or even if you're a traveler.
Yeah, so you're giving a lot of support to these agents when they come on board. You're there to kind of have their back.
Oh, absolutely. One of the things we do, we have a mentor desk, and you can book an appointment as an advisor with one of our mentors to walk you through maybe your first group cruise, maybe your first Italy trip, And then we also have continuing education. Every other Thursday, Straight Talk with Lori. Every Tuesday's travel tips, Scale Your Business Saturday. And every Wednesday, we have a supplier training. There's more training. And then we have the Levarte Academy. So we're really going to support you, assist you. And that's what you want to look for, getting new into the industry. I remember when I started new, and the person sitting next to me was my support system. Now you have a whole group of people.
That's wonderful. Give me a range. Like what could somebody expect to make as an agent?
Absolutely. I know the answer to this because people always ask me this. And my first response is, as much as you put into it, you're going to get back, right? So if you want to do it part-time, you can. It's not a hobby, because it is a business, but you can do it part-time. A lot of part-time travel agents will make between $25,000, $35,000 a year. When you do it full-time, again, now this depends if you're selling a luxury product or if you're selling fun and sun, moderate priced. My top agent right now makes $125,000.
That's amazing.
Yes, $125,000 a year, and I know agents that even make more than that. The average is about between 50 and 70.
Wow.
And you have a lot of fun doing it at the same time.
Okay, I'm ready to sign up. We only have a short time left. Lori, what do you want to leave the audience with?
Oh, I just want to tell everybody, if you haven't traveled, you need to travel. Now is the time, and I'll tell you a tip. Especially on the cruises. They've come back after being parked for 18 months, and they are running all kinds of sales. Usually in travel, the wave season, we call it, most of the travel is all booked between January and March. It's extended because the cruise lines came back later. So I'm seeing 40% off. Kids go free. Do your vacations, do them, use your vacation days, and get out there and make your dreams come true.
Wow, Lori, thank you so much. You inspire me. We're going to leave with the website, which is levartetravel.com. Lori Speers. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.